Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 3rd of August. So as we start a new week, we start a new quarter and start a new month, of course, and that being there's likely to be fresh money coming into the markets at the beginning of a quarter, but also we've got the typical summer liquidity as well being rather on the light side. Having said that, on top of all that, we've still got the same issues, or the market still has the same issues that it had in the previous quarter, which is increasing numbers of COVID-19 cases, and now even more numbers of governments looking at second rounds of lockdowns. This on top of the tensions between the US and China, or in fact China, with many locations around the globe as well, certainly not helping the situation too. So let's take a look at a few markets here that we're keeping an eye on, and for some potential opportunities that we're looking at too. So if we come across to the Dow first of all and take a look at this on the daily time frame, we can see that the Dow price action, it's really sort of been contained within this sort of range of around 26,000 to around 26,600. But more interestingly, since the market's been contesting these lower levels and lower prices, it just has been sort of finding a bit of hot potatoes down there, and we've seen buying coming in and prices moving higher. It's still stuck within this range though, so I think it's going to be a real battle between the bulls and the bears as to which one plays out. New money coming in to maybe lift the market, maybe following the tech sector and tech heavy Nasdaq higher, or is this going to roll over with concern over increased intra-country tensions and virus numbers as well. Now, if we come back to the 4-hour time frame, you can see at the moment here we've got consistent lower highs in the market, sort of pushing prices down. We've also got this sort of lower level. I've just put another level in underneath that key 26,000, which is at 25,900. So we're finding key support here that we found here a few times now, good 3 times. So we're very much stuck in a range here, but these levels are very well respected by the market. The market's tested these multiple times. So again, we can see that if we can get above 26,600, 26,300 here, by the way, then we might start to make a bit of a run to the long side. And if we can get above these 26,500 to 26,600, I should say, then we could start to break out, maybe make another run for that 27,000 sort of price point. For us in the trading room, we're very much looking at intraday opportunities between these levels and looking for moves within intraday trends. Now, if we come to some of the commodities here, the oil market is starting to look a little bit interesting here. If we take a look at oil from the monthly chart, we can see that oil has retraced 50% of the coronavirus crash move here, where the oil went negative. And now it's been sitting around 50% of that area here for a couple of weeks. If we take a look at this on the weekly chart, you can see the market just sort of consolidating around that sort of 40-60 level there on the weekly chart, but more recently just starting to show some signs and some evidence of softening off here. So again, if we come down to the daily chart, we can see that the market started to weaken underneath that sort of 40-60 sort of price point. Overall, the consolidation here has been very long, very sort of sideways as well. But you can see that whilst price action's been flat, we've had continued sort of divergence sort of forming in price action. So if we come down to the 4-hour time frame, we can start to see that we've got trends forming here on the 4-hour time frame. Not particularly clean trends, but we've got consistent lower highs here and lower lows. And again, looking at opportunities in between these trading windows to the short side. If this does start to roll over, then we could start to be seeing some weaker prices right across the board here in oil. And there looks like potential quite a distance to the short side. Coming over to the currency markets here, some of the markets that we're keeping an eye on are things like some of these yen markets. They were big players last week, and we had some good moves on some of these yen markets. Dollar yen here is just sort of pulled back into some key levels. If we have a look at this on the daily time frame, you can see that the market's pulled back into the 106 area. We're starting to reject that 106 area as well, and it looks like we could start to get the formation of a new trend to the short side. And that sees us, if we do, we're going to need to get down below this around 104 level, and maybe even beyond as well. Similar to the yens, some of these dollar markets are starting to look a little bit interesting. Again, if you just keep an eye on some of these markets, like dollar Sing is one, where the market's sort of pulling back into the moving averages here. We've sort of got a reasonable trend structure here on the 8-hour chart as well. So there's a few markets there that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room going into the beginning of this week. I certainly hope it helps, and look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.